What's up, you guys? It's James from James's Reptiles back again with another video. Of course, 7 days a week, every day, every week. This right here is my girl Tegan. She just laid another clutch of eggs, and you might be thinking, well, I have two geckos in there. How do I know? When I go in and I see a gecko laying on top of the egg box, like where they would lay the eggs, it's like generally that's usually the gecko that laid the eggs. She looks worn out, she looks tired, she looks a bit thinner. And the other gecko that's in there isn't even sexually mature enough to lay eggs. So I know for a fact it was this gecko. That's the second clutch of eggs I got from her. When I got her, I wasn't expecting her to be able to have eggs. I got her kind of small and another gecko that was a good breeding weight. And the previous owner told me I housed them together. One's laying good eggs, one's laying bad. Obviously, we both thought it was this girl. We just said, it's probably her. We'll just see what happens. And I've had both of them lay good clutches for me. They're actually separated, so I know for a fact she's laying good eggs. And she's at that size, and she just laid a second clutch of eggs. I'm sure she's probably going to lay a third if I let her. But I think I want to just hold her back, and I'll probably give her a week and a half to put on a little bit more weight. And then before I put the male back in, I'll offer her up for sale. See if anyone locally wants her as a retired breeder, or if they're willing to put the time in and fatten her up, they can breed her themselves in time. But right now I don't have a tub set up for her. I don't have a place for her to go that I could take her. I mean, I have this tank, but it's not currently set up, and I'd rather her go to a nice home that's gonna take good care of her, and I can use that money. I can use that space in there for another female, and at least I have some eggs from her, and I can see what's up see if they're nice babies or not. Yeah, she's pretty slow. She's not like jumpy by any means, and she's pretty bland in color. She's just a small gecko overall. She's, from what I've heard, never put on a lot of weight. She's eats fine. She's just doesn't have a big head structure. She's just not a large, in charge type of gecko, which is what a lot of people are looking for, especially in breeders. They want the biggest, the best, the fattest gecko breeding that just helps their animals sell. And it's like, well, look at the parents. Look how amazing the parents are. You're gonna have awesome babies. And it's true, you should aim for bigger, healthier animals, but doing the biggest isn't always the best. And this girl proves it right here. She laid awesome eggs. I have females larger than her that won't even lay eggs. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. You kind of just take the good with the bad. You can never really predict what's going to happen, especially with animals. Animals are always going to do what they want to do. It's never about what you think is going to happen. This girl right here, her name's Paradise. I actually got her from Paradise Crested. That's why I named her that. Just the other day I had my buddy over, and I was showing him some of my animals. And the male I had in that tank at the time was biting on her tail. I can see right there she's got some bite marks on her side and up here on her neck. And that happens. It's part of breeding. They're animals. They get aggressive. That's what they do. She's perfectly fine. She obviously still has her tail. She can't be too beaten up if she's still got a tail, right? Because that's something they drop very often. And if he was biting it, she still has it. It means they're fine. It's what they're doing. They know that. And the fact that she's beaten up, she's going to be a breeder. I'm not really worried about, if she has any scars on her or anything. She's got the Dalmatian spots I want, and that's perfectly fine with me. She's got some nice ones. Compared to the other breeders I have currently, these are bigger. It's probably not more. It's probably about the same, but they're bigger. And Dalmatian is my favorite. I have a small group here. I'd rather stick with Dalmatian than try to do a whole bunch of stuff. What probably will end up happening is these two will be Dalmatian, and that one will be gargoyles. That one will probably be lily white or pinstripe, depending on what time of the year it is. Just because as we get further on and as I sell more geckos, I will end up buying a second rack. I will start filling it up with more glass tanks. The more geckos I can sell, the faster I can do that, the more I can produce. And if I can produce more, I can do more shows and sell them for a little bit less and not worry about making as much. And at the end of the day, it's a hobby that I enjoy so much. I said, you know what, let's make some money off of it. So that's what I'm doing. It's a lot of understanding business principles and markets, but it's definitely something that I enjoy. and I definitely do have to understand the animals as well. So obviously, in terms of other breeders, I have this girl right here. She's absolutely fat. She's huge. That's just how she was when I got her. The guy who gave her to me, and he did just give me this female along with my really nice male and the whole setup. To be honest, he's just a really good friend. You know, he knows what he's doing. I'm sure eventually he'll get back into Crested Geckos and he'll ask me for, you know, a pair of babies or something. I'll be glad to help. But she's massive. She's a good size. This is Sarah. She's the one I got with Tegan. And you can see she has absolutely no Dalmatian spots, which some people like. Some people like them plain. It's buckskin. It's kind of that wild type. And she's got some scattered around her. Her and the male, who also has a few little ones everywhere. They've been producing some nice ones that, you know, some of them will have lots of little spots or a couple big spots. And that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. If their spots are more or bigger, I'm kind of really just holding those back, and whatever's the best of the best is going to be held back. And I just want those bigger spots. I want, you know, nice, big, healthy geckos, big head structure, lots of spots. And if I can get a pinstripe or some contrasting colors in there, that would be great too. You know, some of the light grays, like the male is super light gray. I'll pull him out in a little bit, but that's really what I'm looking for. His head structure, hers is pretty nice, but his is spectacular. Quite frankly, I think it looks goofy, but it's what sells in the industry and people love it. I'm going to take him out and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So you can see just like that, he's got a big, if you turn it a little bit, a big square head. He's got this weird short little nose. Where will I focus on? Weird short little nose. And it kind of tips up a little bit at the front. And if we turn him facing the camera, you can see his crest hangs over extreme amounts. And he's just really cute, and he's got a lot of personality. He's a good size, almost a full pinstripe, and this super creamy color with that brownish outline, and then this gray base is just an extremely beautiful animal. And I get a lot of compliments on him. I get a lot of people asking to buy him. He's not for sale currently, and I doubt he will ever be. He'll probably be an animal that just stays here forever, just like my other girl, Bella. This is, of course, Skipper. Right now, he's my only male Crested Gecko because I just don't need more than one. There's no point in having another one. I could raise up one that has really nice Dalmatian spots and put that with my females, but then where would I put this guy? I don't want to put him in a tub. I think he's too nice to be put in a tub. So that's going to wrap up the main part of this video. If you've noticed, I really just don't do anything with the thumbnails in my videos. It's just whatever YouTube recommends. It gives you like 3 recommendations of like nice still shots, and I just pick a random one. Well, it's not random. I pick whatever one kind of looks the best. But I've been looking for a software to edit pictures, and I can, you know, post a picture of my snake, put it up here, and just like, take a picture of that or whatever. Make it look really cool, make it look interesting, make people want to watch it. Because right now, that's the one thing I'm lacking. You know, I've got the nice editing computer, I've got the awesome light that helps it look super nice all the time. Right now, that's the thing I wanted, was some kind of software, and I couldn't really find a good free one out there, which is what I was looking for, because, you know, on a budget, right? And I was talking to my buddy, super computer-oriented guy. I am not. And he was telling me about a bunch of free ones, and then he said, well, if you take this link for Photoshop, and it's Photoshop, it absolutely is. It's not illegal, it's not nothing, but there's a certain link that you can put in that'll get it to you for $10 a month. And that's just the basic kind of Photoshop stuff. And we were actually looking it up on the website. You can't find it on the website because they don't want you to pay $10. They'd rather you pay $20, which is what's advertised on the website. But if you take this link, which is still Adobe, it's still Photoshop, it's not any kind of weird thing, it's through them, it's $10 a month. So I'm going to be signing up for that. I'm going to be downloading Photoshop onto my computer. I've actually used Photoshop back in the day in my business class of high school. So I know a little bit. Like I said, I know a little bit. It's definitely been a couple of years, and we definitely didn't get too deep into it. But you'll start seeing, starting with this video, hopefully, depending on how much time I have tonight, I'll start editing the thumbnail and adding some cool text or something to spruce it up, and it'll just have better quality overall. And that takes me to my next point. I'm going to be pushing videos back another day. I know back in the day, I've been doing this for 7 or 8 months I've been doing videos, almost 7 or 8 months of daily videos, honestly. Well, I used to film my video at night like this. It's like almost 7 o'clock. I would edit it on my phone and upload it as soon as I could, and I would fall asleep uploading. It'd be up at 11 o'clock or whatever. But then I ended up skipping. Well, I do skip days every once in a while, but there was one day in particular where I skipped, and I uploaded the video the next morning. And so now when I film the video tonight at 7, I'm going to edit it tonight, but it will be scheduled to upload tomorrow at 9 a.m. And you guys will see it at 9 a.m., but I might not be done editing it until the morning of. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to film tonight, edit tonight, and it won't be uploaded till 2 days from now. So not tomorrow at 9 a.m., but the next day at 9 a.m. And the point for that is it gives me an extra chance to sit down and edit the thumbnail and make sure everything's good to go before I post a video. And I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to implement that. Of course, I'm going to start with the thumbnails first and make sure I understand and get everything down. And then once I'm comfortable, I'm going to push it another day out, maybe film 2 videos or skip a day, something like that. And at that point, you guys won't notice. It'll just seem like normal videos. But if you do follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you'll notice, because I'll take pictures of something and you won't see a video about it for like 2 days. You can also email me if you have any questions, james@jeptiles@gmail.com. That's going to wrap up today's video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. All that really helps with the channel. We're 1 subscriber away from 30. We might have hit it today. #myMom. But my goal is to hit it for the new year, as well as 300 followers on Instagram. I don't know if we're going to do that just because of how slow I get followers on Instagram. But we're still going to try no matter what. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, there's more. There's definitely more. Check out my channel. You can learn all about my animals, my other hobbies. And I hope you guys enjoy. Happy holidays.